රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
Technique, tactics, Attack, defend, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්.
ඔව් කවදාසම ස්පෝට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්
බාස්කට්
අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බලනවා.
ෆන් ඇන් රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ
Pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries in a
mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව්.
නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්.
ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්. බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බලනවා.
ෆන් and රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
Welcome back on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. You're joining live from Henry Pedwich Basketball Complex. It's the third place playoff of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017. St. Thomas College taking on Asian International School today and this evening. And it's over to Sudarshan Piris to hand over, rather to introduce the two teams for this championship.
Thank you very much, Lelum. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to commence the third place playoff of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017, and today we have St. Thomas's College taking on AIS, two very competitive teams. They met in the group stage as well, so there will be quite a bit of rivalry. First of all, let me now introduce the St. Thomas's College team. I'd like the players to come out and line up after we call out your names. First up, in jersey number 12, Shevan Pereira. Wearing jersey number 9, Devanka Gunawardana. Wearing jersey number 13, Yasiru Bimanta. Wearing jersey number 15, Kanishka Katapayarachi. Wearing jersey number 11, Akash Dichikera. Jersey number 6, Aaron Fernando. Jersey number 10, Taraka Jayaratnam. Jersey number 4, Donal Fernando. Jersey number 14, Harita Ramanayaka. Jersey number 7, Ravindu Pereira. And finally, jersey number 11, Aaron De Soisa. Can we have a big round of applause for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia? Next up, we have Asian International College, the skipper, Brent Tevakuma, in jersey number 5. In jersey number 12, Joel Pereira. Wearing jersey number 6, Abdul Khaldeen. Jersey number 10, Sabesh Satyanathan. Jersey number 4, Vidhan Chand. Jersey number 14, Daniel David. Jersey number 3, Imad Amanul. Jersey number 8, Shaheen De Silva. Jersey number 15, Amir Jalil. And finally, jersey number 9, Asher Raskino. And we kindly invite the two representatives from Dialog Asiata PLC, Mr. Ziad Zuhair and also Mr. Dishan Disa, to be introduced to the two teams. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Can we hear a big round of applause for AIS? And how about the Tormians? Let's do this again. AIS, can we hear you? And can the Tormians be louder? There you go. The teams will now go through their final prep before we begin the Papare Basketball Championship third place playoff.
Thank you very much, Sudarshana. Well, that's the two teams for you today. St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. They were the defending champions coming into this match, but unfortunately they lost their semi-final to St. Joseph's College, and here they are playing the third place playoff against AIS College. AIS versus Royal semi-final was a very interesting game for everyone. It was a cracker of a game. AIS lost by a point, which means Royal College is all set to play the finals of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017 on Friday, but St. Joseph's College will be taking on St. Thomas's College. There you go, that's the match, the third place playoff, Consolation final, St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia taking on Asian International School in the Papare Basketball Championship 2017. A very good evening to you from wherever you're joining around the globe on Dialog TV Channel 1, MyTV and www.thepapare.com. And of course, speaking about the key players for AIS, it's Arno, Brent and Joel Pereira that you have to look out for. And for the Tormians, it will be Devanka Gunawardena, Yasir Rubimanta and Kanishka Katapayarachi if you really need to focus on.
Yes, Lelum, it's going to be very interesting. Here you go, the starting lineup for Asian International. Brent Tevakuma, Joel Pereira, Subesh Satyanathan, Abdul Rahman and Turip Haputante. They'll still be a little hurting from their game against Royal College in the semi-final. They just lost out by a mere point, having led almost all the game. And here you go, this St. Thomas's lineup: Shevan Pereira, Yasir Rubimanta, Kanishka Katapayarachi, Devanka Gunawardhan and Donald Fernando, like Lelum mentioned, have a look on the 13, 15 and 9 jerseys for the Thomians. Going to be very crucial. And Lelum, interestingly, when you were speaking to the two captains, Brent Tevakuma, early banter, he wasn't afraid to say we beat them once in the group stages, so hoping to do it again.
Well, of course, Arnold Brent is one of the players that who's going to have a very bright future in this basketball franchise in Sri Lanka. He's already a part of both the national teams, the youth and the senior national teams as well, and he'll be flying off to Mongolia tomorrow to participate in the 3x3 Asia Cup representing Sri Lanka. So a lot of basketball for him, and he's been the live wire for AIS throughout. It's a very young and inexperienced team AIS has this year, so it's been Brent leading them up front and carrying all the weight in the shoulders, and they've now qualified for third place playoff, and I think Arnold Brent should be really proud the way they performed so far in this championship.
Absolutely, they need to take heart from their experience against Royal College as well, because they were leading up until the third quarter where Royal turned the game on its head. But yes, talking about the 3x3 tournament, it's something that's really picking up in Sri Lanka. And also, Lelum, although it's going to be very important, all that's going to be on Brent's mind now is to make sure that they finish up with the third place finish in this ThePapare Basketball Championship.
Just to add on for the 3x3 tournament, you were telling, well, ThePapare.com is the official broadcast partners for Sri Lanka, so you can catch all the matches live on ThePapare.com. On the FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup 2017 happening all the way in Mongolia. You can watch all the action live on www.thepapare.com. Yes, well, everything in Brent's mind will be focused for today's match. They've already beaten St. Thomas's in the group stages, so there will be no added pressure, but well, the pressure from the Royal game will still be playing on his mind, so it will be a very interesting match to watch on.
And on the other hand, the Thomians, they'll be very disappointed that they find themselves in this third place playoff. Having won the inaugural championship, they would have wanted another crack at it, but unfortunately for them, St. Joseph's were too good and too fast for them. Josephians have been dominating throughout this tournament. They've been an unbeaten team, so Thomians will be looking to add some consolation to their tourney and make sure that they finish up at the third place and not lose to AIS again.
Indeed, Thomians will be very disappointed of their performance against St. Joseph's College. Well, they are suffering a few injuries as well, and a couple of players from last year is missing, so that's the point where St. Thomas has missed on this year's championship. But nevertheless, you know, Shivan Pereira, Yasiru Bimanta, Devang Gunawardana, Kanishka Katapiarachi in brilliant form. Kanishka Katapiarachi especially is in brilliant form outside the arc. He can just go in there, shoot out the three-pointers, and they have support, they have experience, but the point where AIS is lagging is they don't have experience. Arnold Brent lacks a lot of support in the team, so it's very important that the rest of the team gears up. Turi Taputantri, Sabesh, Joel Pereira, they've been playing basketball for a while, so they need to make sure that they give all the support needed for Arnold Brent, and if not, it'll be a very hard task. Even though they went and beat St. Thomas's during the group stages, St. Thomas's is back in the third place. They've played some really good basketball in the knockout stages, so they're back in form. It was just the first game that AIS came and beat. It was the first game for them in the tournament as well, so well, then there is that little uncertainty where you need to settle into the game, but now they've settled into the championship. They've played really good basketball. They are in form, so it will be a tough ask for Arnold Brent to come and play out. So Arnold Brent, what he needs is support, and if AIS can use Arnold Brent as the finisher in all their positions and let him shoot, and the rest can lead the ball up to him, then of course AIS should win this game.
So there you go, but remember, it's not a one-man game, this basketball. Thomians are well aware of the threat that Brent possesses, so they will have utilized their plans. And coming back to Katapiarachi's form, Leluma, we saw him last year as well. One of those hard-working players, workhorses of the St. Thomas's team. He gets up and down the park quite well, so he's going to be very crucial. Crowd slowly but surely filling up. That is the Thomian coach we're taking a look at. Looking quite relaxed until the start of the game, but as soon as it starts, you will see him very animated at the sidelines.
Well, that's Ajit Kaur, one of the most veteran coaches you can find in Sri Lanka basketball. He has been doing it for many years. His tactics are good. On the other side, it'll be Coach Sarandu Fernandes, ThePapare, and Rosita Fernando, the coaching staff for St. Thomas's College. So these teams are going through their final preparation just before the start of the match, and it'll be a very interesting matchup we have today. And of course, we will come back and we invite you to stay joined as we will resume the telecast once action begins.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද? අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි.
ඔව්.
මොකක්ද ආසම ස්පෝට් එක? ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්. බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා.
ෆන් and rally විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර. ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
breakdown end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understand. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝර්ට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව්. නෑ. හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course.
අඩුයි කදාසම ස්පෝට් එක ෆුට්බෝල්
ක්‍රිකට් බාස්කට්බෝල් අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා
වන් ඇන් රැලි විතරයි
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා අර්ජුන රණතුංග
සංගක්කාර
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Welcome back on www.ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. You're joining live from Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. It's the third place playoff of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017 as we are all set here to begin the action of this all-important third place playoff. AIS taking on S.Thomas College, Mount Lavinia. The referees for today, referee Ranil Fernando together with Charita Dodangada, and joining me with the commentary box is Sudarshana Perez. A very good afternoon to you, Sudarshana.
Good afternoon, Lelum, and good afternoon to all our viewers joining us on www.thepapare.com, Dialog TV Channel 1, and also on My TV. It's going to be a very interesting clash today because these two teams have history in this year's tournament as well. As we spoke earlier, there you go, AIS getting a loud cheer from their supporters, and the Thomians going through their final hurdle is sure to get a loud cheer from their supporters as well. The Thomian Legion barking out loud, and there you go, a parliamentarian making his presence. Member of Parliament Johnston Fernando raising the occasion. I'm sure he's in support of the Thomians. His son was at St. Thomas's College as well. And here you go, jump ball, and Brent Arnold straight away getting hold of the ball, but has been fouled. So it's a good start for the Thomians getting into the court of the AIS players. Now Shevan. Good defensive effort coming in. Yasiru attempts a three-pointer. No luck with it, but good rebound. There you go, a shot clock violation. So AIS will be glad that they managed to see that threat off.
Arnold Brent with the ball here just to start the match. It'll be interesting to see how they place themselves in this match. Joel Pereira going through the traffic, gets the first points on board, so AIS draws first blood here. 2-0. They're up. Final Brent. Brent jumper gets it in. So that's back-to-back points for AIS. Let's a start they are looking for. Shivan Pereira goes through. Misses it. Sabesh with the rebound. Not good. Yasiru Bimanta. First points for St. Thomas College. 2-4, trailing by a couple. That's the replay there. Yasiru Bimanta going through. Abdul gets the ball back to Brent. Brent from downtown connects. Easy pickings for the lad. That's 3 points on the board. So 2-7. They're leading this game. There you go. That's the replay. Way outside from the perimeter. Beautifully executed by the experienced campaigner. They are 7-2 with 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. Stolen by Joel Pereira. Slows the pace down. Very intelligent thing to do. Seems as if AIS has learned from their mistakes. Moving back to Brent. Brent is looking for his screen, but before the screen comes, he goes off a Joel. Joel from downtown. This time off the rim. Unfortunate. Shivan Pereira, skipper for St. Thomas's. Beautiful backhand pass to Yasiru Bimanta. Very unfortunate that he missed it. You shouldn't miss those. Easy pickings. Will be very disappointed. But well, on the other side, it's Joel Pereira with the ball now, looking for options. A tight man-to-man D. Sabesh misses it. Back to Joel. Not the best of the passes. Back to Brent. Calling for his screen. Doesn't get it. 2 steps out from the perimeter of the ring. Should have drived in from the left side. Kanisha Karabaraj from the ball. Beautiful pass to the skipper, but beautiful defense also well from AIS. He was quick to adapt into the situation. The transition was quick.
St. Thomas College showing off all the skills that you need to succeed basically, but they don't have that finishing touch. AIS making them pay.
Indeed, that's where AIS is leading this game so far. Inside this 4 minutes of the starting quarter. Coach ThePapare already up on a seat giving the instructions for St. Thomas College. Shivan Pereira. Looking for his options. He's slowing the pace down. Finds Akash Richikera. Goes for his post shot. Misses it. Rebound is good by AIS. So back to Brent. They're mainly going through their set offensive plays. Air ball set. Kanishika Barachi with the rebound. Goes on the fast break for St. Thomas's. Beautiful break of rhythm, and the shot is good. So 2 points for St. Thomas's. There you go. That's the break of rhythm that completely took the defender off. Good defense by Bimanta on Joel. That's a travelling violation. That's what the defense forced him to do. Gave no room for him to operate. Sabesh will find his seat in the bench. The first substitution for AIS comes in. Daniel De Silva. Daniel David to be precise. Akash Chikera finds Shivan on the high post. Misses it. Brent with the ball. Goes through the middle lane. 2 steps out. Goes for his layup.
Beautifully done by Brent.
That's his experience playing. That's a pure experience playing.
Absolutely.
He's been doing that in the international arena for a long time.
Absolutely, Lelum. Brilliantly placed and a brilliant layup. Shivan, on the other hand, the Tomian skipper, is struggling to find his man. And Tomians, what they need to do is they need to make sure that they calm down, get their composure right. Good rebound by the Tomian skipper, Karabe Arachi. He'll learn a foul. Very well done there by Karabe Arachi. Recognized the fact that there were 3 defenders. Tried to go through the middle, and he knew that he will draw the foul. So good work there, trying to close in the gap.
Kanishika Barachi misses the first one on the charity strike. He's got another chance in his hand. He got to make this count. 4-9, they're trailing the game. You can't let a huge lead go away. AIS will capitalize on that. AIS upping the pace of the game goes. Not the best of the passes. You should have kept it down low. Shivan Pereira. skipper for St. Thomas's, finds Karparachi. His strong point from the arc, this time off the rim. Unfortunate. Back to Brent. But the point that AIS is missing is they are getting Brent to lead the ball up to their front court. They need to make sure that the rest do it and use Brent as the finisher of their possession.
I believe what they're thinking behind it is Lelum. Oh, how about that rebound? Unlucky that he couldn't get that to finish. Coming back to what we were speaking of, Lelum, I think what they're thinking of is even St. Thomas's are expecting Brent to be the finisher. As Tommy and School, while we speak, take a look at the replay. Shevan was the scorer. So AIS is trying to change that with Brent driving it forward and trying to keep them guessing on which one. And with Joel scoring like that, AIS don't have a problem.
Well, indeed, if Arnold Brent does have the support, AIS will definitely take this game through. But, well, you can't take anything out of the Thombians. They were the defending champion and still they're on the top 4 team. So they've done well to be here despite their injuries and losing out players. A good hustle for the ball. Very unfortunate he couldn't keep that foot in. Devanka Gunavardhana. Referee Ranil Fernando and Charita Dodangura, the 2 officials for the 3rd place playoff of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017. 3 minutes remaining on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. AIS is leading the game 11-6. Arnold Brent, screen by Turit Apudante. Good pick and roll play, but very unfortunate. Turit couldn't get through that. Back to Karparachi. The rebound is good for the Thomians. Finds Gunavardhana. Beautiful man-to-man defense there, putting pressure on up front in the half court. Back to Chikera on the post. Finds Shavan, pump fakes, goes through. Cheeky little layup there, but very unfortunate. He missed it off. Arnold Brent on the fast break. What a pass there. Daniel David, can he make it count? He doesn't. Rebound is good for the Mount Lavinia lads. I feel that they are playing the game a bit too slow. They need to up the pace. This slow pace game is not their game. They are playing, this is not their natural game.
Absolutely, they are trying to slow it down, whereas on the other hand, AIS is right up on the money. They're fast to break, the counter is good. Take a look at this. Brent already close today, attempts a 3-point, no problem there.
One golden rule in this match: you don't give Brent space, you don't let him come to the perimeter and have that much of space and give him so much of time that the defense arrives with a hand up. He's just going to take that and shoot out. He is in form. He's been playing back-to-back basketball for the past 4 weeks throughout the international as well, so he's in sublime form.
Yasru with a 3-point attempt for St. Thomas's. Not successful. Brent yet again driving in. This time met with defense. So not successful on the shot. So there you go, the first time out of the first quarter.
Well, as the timeout comes, it's a very important timeout in terms of the St. Thomas's College aspect. They need to make sure they get their strategies right. They have to. They're in desperate need of a re-strategization here. 6-14.
First time out of the game, AIS lead 14 points to 6. Can the Thombians come back? Can we hear it for AIS? Plenty to play for in this 3rd place playoff, and can we have a big round of applause for both the teams?
Well, we are back in action here as St. Thomas's and AIS takes back their respective positions on the field. Joel Pereira. Oh, a little tap there by Yasser Vimanta. Back to Arnold. Brent playing through the screen, goes through the baseline. And that's what Arnold Brent is at his best.
Brilliantly done, brilliantly done. We need to stop talking about this lad, but with him playing like that, it's not very easy. Not to mention him, brilliantly done by Brent De Chiquera, attempting a shot. No luck there. And another substitution coming in for Asian International. Tomians with the put in. Just over a minute to go in this first quarter of the game. And like we mentioned earlier, Tomians are guilty of slowing it down. They haven't shown that urgency we've seen St. Thomas play with. Abdul now has come in place of his skipper Joel Pereira, driving in and attempts a shot, not successful, manages to get a hand on it and passes it over to Abdul. Now inside the D. Good defense coming in from Katabayarach and Bevanka. Easy pickings for AIS. They've dominated position, they've dominated territory. Now Shevan. Tomians on the counter, but brilliantly fallen back by the AIS boys. But this time around, the second time lucky as Yasuru Rimanta. Take a look at that. Manages to get a shot. 8 points to 16. 8-point lead for AIS. So there you go. That's the end of the first quarter.
That marks the end of the first quarter. AIS leading this game 16-8. They've started off this well. They've gone on to test the Tomians in every aspect, and they've come out of the top. Tomians will be needing a lot of talk during that little quarter break. All three coaches will be harping the AIS through.
A quick reminder to all of you that all the action is going live on.
And well, a quick reminder about the Dialogue Rugby League 2017 and 18 starts on 4th of November. Stay tuned with Rugby's home, ThePapare.com, for all exclusive coverage all throughout the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, reminding you about the finals of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017. Well, it's happening this Friday here at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex, St. Joseph's College. Last year's runners-up taking on Royal College Colombo, who were second runners-up last year. So it's a beautiful platform that is set so far in this tournament. The second place winners and the third place winners from last year are battling out for the championship this year, while the winners of last year, that is St. Thomas College, they are playing today the third place playoff, trying to finish this tournament on a high after a lot of injuries and losing a couple of players. Well, that's a score breakdown. 16-8 after the first quarter. AIS leading this game now quite comfortably. So St. Thomas's, they need to make sure they get their defense right, stop the flowing of the points, and most importantly, they need to up the game, up the pace of their game. They are playing a very slow game. That's not their natural game. They normally break out fast. They go for their fast breaks. They attack the defense. They pass around a lot. They hit the gaps quick. But right now they are playing a very, very slow. So they need to make sure that they up the pace of their game and go ahead. So it will be a very interesting 3 quarters after that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we mark the little 2-minute break after the quarter. St. Thomas's College have gone for a substitution. They've made sure that the first 5 is sitting out. Well, that's a good call. They've not been in very good form. They didn't start the game well. So Yasir Bimantha will be leading the second 5 probably with Ramanayaka. It will be an interesting setup now. This is the exact same plot they played during last year's final. So let's see whether it works out for them. Joel Pereira. Back to Brent, start of the second quarter here. AIS drives through the baseline. Off the rim to its little shot, gets a foul. That's a side ball. Taruka with the ball, looking for options, calls for the screen. The player was a pick and roll, but his screen didn't go through. And that's AIS breaking very fast. But Yasir Bimantha grabbed that rebound very well. Good recovery. Good comeback by St. Thomas's. It will be interesting to watch how these youngsters play out for St. Thomas's. Very interesting. If they do not make an impact here, and if St. Thomas's lose a lot of points in this quarter, they give away a lot of points, they are very much in danger in this game. So it will be very interesting to see how the coach will substitute from this point onwards. Aaron goes through, and Arnold Brent puts his pressure up. And second chance is not good.
That is absolutely cardinal. Utterly uncalled for. Aaron is he's not going to want to take a look at the replay because nobody to challenge. 3 Thomian players around him and he still misses it. Brent did very well to trace back and block that one, but Thomians need to get their act together. They made a drastic change in this second quarter, trying for a better fortune. Yasiru now. So they will get 2 points, first points of the second quarter. Thomians will be quite happy.
Yasir Bimantha, he was the live wire in that St. Joseph's College game and the St. Peter's College game as well. So you don't really let him get back into form. He will completely destruct your game plan. He's that kind of a player if he is in form. So it will be interesting to see how much ball will be fed to him, while Taruka trying to find his gap, finds Bimantha onto his right side. Bimantha scores 12-18. Well, Thomians are cutting back now.
Exactly what you've been mentioning. Little more back-to-back shots. And you can already see Yasiru's confidence. But what they need to make sure is that they get their defensive act correct. Make sure that they frustrate AIS to making errors and giving away possession. Just like that, brilliantly done. Now the attempt for 3-pointers.
How's the Uruguay comeback from AIS? Beautiful little rebound by Haputantri. Goes back to Abdul as he gets it downtown. Beautifully done, executed. Back to Ben. Little pass is good. Very unfortunate he didn't go for the shot. Daniel David finds Arnold Ben Tevakuma on the point guard position. Back to Joel. Joel from the perimeter, off the ring. Very unfortunate. Bimantha collects the rebound for St. Thomas's. Ramanayaka misses the ball. So the ball is still live with AIS. Arnold Ben looking for his options. Sends out his pass to Abdul. Abdul goes through, back to Brent from the perimeter. Unfortunate. A little more power would have got him home.
Thomians will be considering themselves very lucky, not conceding points there. 21 points to 12, still a sizable lead for AIS. Thomians yet again trying to slow things down. They need to show the urgency. And Aaron scores, so 2 more points, 14 points to 21. Abdul, Brent to Joel. Joel goes charging in, beautiful layup. Good defensive effort coming in as well. Now Thomians on the counter. Yasuru on the right flank. Poor pass right into the hands of Brent. He's going to go all the way, but he's not successful with that shot. Little bit of jump ball and Daniel comes away with it.
Taruka with the ball. He did all the hard work advancing into the front court. He just couldn't finish it. Not good signs. Back to Aaron. That's a foul call by referee Ronald Fernando as the substitution comes in for AIS. So that's Turita Bhutanfri finding his seat back on the bench, while Sabesh Satyanathan, when the number 10 jersey, is back on the floor for AIS. Huge shout out to our insurance partner, Fairfax Insurance, empowering Sri Lanka schools basketball together with ThePapare.com. It's the Papare Basketball Championship 2017, ladies and gentlemen. The third place playoff in the boys category. St. Thomas College taking on AIS today. Gets that in, important points for St. Thomas with 5 minutes remaining. It's 16-21. Meanwhile, the answer from AIS is even solid. That's the pace that St. Thomas should be playing. We are yet to know why they are not up in that pace. AIS, if you continue to give them this lead, they will sit on it, they will build the foundation. You can't let that happen. You need to make sure that St. Thomas gets their key players in, as we already see them involved on the substitution. Shah is ready to come back. It will be interesting to see who will get substituted for him. Bimanta misses his shot. Gets it back to Daniel David. Finds Abdul. Abdul with the ball for AIS. Back to Brent, the live wire. The captain, the skipper who carried AIS through to this form. Intercepted very well by Taruka. They need to make sure they score in this position. It's very valuable, they do, but very unfortunate that they couldn't, as a timeout is called by AIS. So 16-23, the substitution doesn't come through to St. Thomas's. Devan Gunawardhan will go back to the bench. Perhaps after the little 2-minute break, we will see a change of people playing for St. Thomas's. But it will be interesting to see what advice Ajit Kurupu gives for AIS.
Quite a bit of advice given to the AIS players. The coach is not happy. They've given away a very good lead. And here you go, play and win. The Papare basketball game is now live. Go play the game and win big. Visit game.thepapare.com. And I, for myself, thought that I was a dunk master after scoring 34. And here we got a boy from Gateway yesterday. I beg your pardon, at the girls' final, who scored 200-odd goals. There is an art of dunking that you need to learn even playing that game, Lelu.
Well, indeed, that's the Papare basketball game. It's now live, so you go there, have some fun, play the game, release your stress, and be a part of this exciting Papare Basketball Championship 2017. It's all about the excitement, and reminding you about the all-important boys final, which is happening on Friday. St. Joseph's College taking on Royal College Colombo, right here at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. And a very good evening to you wherever you're joining around the globe on Dialogue TV Channel 1, My TV, and www.thepapare.com. You're experiencing next generation basketball as we are in the search for next generation stars through Papare Basketball Championship 2017. Tomians will have possession right after the timeout. Back to Aaron. Inside the D, goes for his shot. That's a travelling violation call, not counted. Referee Charita Dudangura says, unfortunate for Aaron. Not happy if you look at his face. This ball is with Arnold Brent. Back to Joel. Goes to the middle lane. The defense come, closing that middle gap. And that's the exact reason why Joel missed that shot right there. Back to Ramanayaka. Finds Aaron. Back to Bimanta. Ramanayaka. Shivan Perera skipper asking for the ball. He has a gap to go, does he? Turns around. Misses it. Arnold Brent collects it. Collects their ball. Back to Daniel David. The pass was a bit too much. And if that pass was a bit slow, my goodness, Sabe Satyanathan would have gone and laid it in beautifully. And that would have been a couple of points for AIS. 16-23, ladies and gentlemen. AIS still leading this game. Ramanayaka with the ball for St. Thomas's College. It's a man-to-man tight D here by AIS. Bimanta goes through off the ring, misses, the foul called.
Both teams are going to be, they will have to be very mindful of the fouls that they concede. Brent Arnold hasn't been able to score. Yet again, another foul committed. And over 3 minutes to go in this half. In this quarter, rather. Arnold with the first free throw. No problem. Increases the score to 23 points.
One more shot off the charity strike for Arnold. Brent gets it in. 2 out of 2 for him.
Makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Now the Tomians. They shouldn't lose hope. Remember, Royal were in a very much more difficult position come the third quarter. Brent with an attempt now back to skipper Shewan. Tomians, they need to take heart from their traditional rivals, Royal, because Royalists, for the Royalists, it did look like there was no coming back up to that third quarter, but they turned it on its head.
Indeed, Royal College, they had a game plan to execute, and that's what they did. And of course, as Sudarshan rightly mentioned, Tomians, they need to make sure they execute their game plan. That's what they're not doing right now. They're playing a very slow-paced game. They're not feeling it in their nerves. They need to feel the game. They need to live the game. They're not living it out there. They're just playing for the sake of playing it.
Just maybe, Lelum, what they're trying to do is they're trying to keep the game, be composed until the end of the second quarter. Then up their ante, because remember, AIS has been on full throttle since the start of the game, so it's going to take a tally. Aaron yet again successful in getting the 2, so no problem there for them. 18 points to 25, closing in 7-point gap. Brent Arnold to Joel, not successful time. Tomians yet again creaming a penalty. Very good play by them.
On your screen there, Varun Rakmal, photographer of ThePapare.com. Ladies and gentlemen, brilliant photography on ThePapare. You can catch all the action on photographs. You just visit www.thepapare.com/photos. Timeout called. Taking a little break, Coach Srianta Pereira asking, why aren't you playing your game? But perhaps what Sudarshan mentioned could also be a theory that St. Thomas's will be looking at, but for that they need to make sure that they are within range of the lead. They need to make sure that they don't give a lot of points away. That's Coach Srianta Pereira on your screen right now, giving instructions away for the Tomians.
There you go, passerbys having a look and having a listen of what the coach has to say to their players as well. Beautiful stadium, this Henry Pradery Stadium, right in the middle of the city, right next to the traffic, right at the heart of Colombo City.
25-18 as the players take their respective positions back on the court. 18-25, ladies and gentlemen. St. Thomas's trailing this game.
Tomians desperately need these 2 shots. Then the score will come to 20 points. Yes, Aaron is good with the first one. 19-25. Can he reduce the lead to 5 points? It's not successful with the second shot. Turret was strong in the rebound. Now Brent slowing things down, getting their composure. Attempts a shot. Unlucky there, very unlucky. Now Shevan, the Thomian skipper, trying to go through, and he will get 2 points. 21-25.
Well, Thomians are cutting back. They're coming back into this game. So now these 2 minutes will be very interesting to see whether Thomians will walk into halftime with a lead, or will they cut down the deficit and probably walk into halftime with a 1-point deficit, or will AIS walk into halftime with the lead they already have.
25-21. Everything to play for. Brilliant comeback by the Thomians in the second half. Their game plan did work for them, putting on those youngsters, getting some energy into the second quarter.
Well,
just over 2 minutes to go.
That was their game plan in last year's final. I mean, they didn't get on to a start when they played against St. Joseph's in 2016. They were absolutely nowhere at the end of first quarter, and coming up they substituted their second 5, gave some rest to the first 5, and right from there they picked on their game. So there has been a strategy that they've been using to St. Thomas's College. Taruka, too many crossovers there, buddy. You need to pass the ball now. Oh, that's pressure building up, but lucky Shevan Prada got hold of it. Missed the shot, rebound is good from Shevan, and the third attempt goes into basket. So 23-26, they are 3 points behind this scoreline.
3-point game here for the Thomians.
Oh well, and in comes Kanisha Katapiarachi. He's a 3-point expert for St. Thomas's College. Can he dish one out and score things off here?
Two shots offered. This is not what the doctor ordered for the Thomians. It's not ideal. And when you talk about not ideal, the skyline looks not ideal, Lelum. Let's hope for this dark clouds to be washed away by the wind.
Well, there has been something that we've been battling out throughout the tournament. We do also want to thank everyone who has been joining throughout, despite all the postponing of matches due to adverse weather conditions. Very thankful to you, all the viewers. Kanishka Barachi makes a mess of the ball. Finds the Gunwadhan, the pass. He rushed through. Kanishka rushed through. The pass was good, but if Kanishka had an eye on Devanka, and that's a timeout called by Coach ThePapare.
That was a deflection of AIS player, which is why they are getting the possession back. But 28-23, Thomians need to take a lot of heart. They brought it back to 5 points. It's a 5-point game now. And like you mentioned, with Karabayarachi in the mix, 2 3-pointers can change the complexion of the game totally.
Indeed, 23-28 with 1 minute remaining on the clock for halftime. So it will be very interesting minute, 60 seconds plus, to see how these two teams will take this game from this point onwards and walk into halftime. Will AIS retain their lead, or will a couple of 3-pointers or a couple of mid-range jumpers crush that lead back and get Thomians back on the driving seat? Is a question that we will know the answer right after this little break. That's Coach Ajit Kurup, all animated.
And if you take a look at that AIS bench, those few players who've been in the mix from the first quarter, they do look a little worn out, Lelumo. Whereas when it comes to the Thomians, they've been with the mix. They've mixed and matched. They've mixed it up, so they have plenty energy. So if they start pushing the AIS boys in the third quarter, we will still have a very competitive game. Just over 1 minute to go in this second quarter. 23-28.
All for play for. If St. Thomas wants to get the lead back on, they have 1 minute and 18 seconds on the dot. Oh well, as the ball goes out, well, they will retain possession here. Deflected off an AIS player. Referee Charito Dodangut and referee Ranil Fernando, the two officials for the game today. Sivan Pereira misses his counterpart. Back to Joel, who's on the fast break. But an intelligent move, he slows the pace down, finds Abdul on the point guard position. Back to Arnold. Brent back to Abdul, drives through that right lane. Not the pass he intended to. And Kanshi Kataparachi makes a miss of it. So AIS ball off the ring. Kataparachi with the rebound. Back to Pereira. Skipper advancing. Looking for his options here. Seconds remaining. 23-28. Still a comfortable 5-point lead for AIS. Yasser Vimanta from downtown. Puts it up high. Unfortunate off the ring. Finds Brent. Can Brent finish the position on a high? He has seconds remaining on the clock. Rebounded by Aaron. Goes on the fast break. One-on-one here. Finds Sivan Pereira. The pass was too late. Aaron should have opted for that shot himself. Even though Sivan was there, Sivan was back of a lane there. He needs to make sure that he executes it. But well, fortunate that they got a foul here, so they are on the line for a couple of shots. Kanishka Piarachi on the charity strike. Important points here. So 2 points here will put them in up to 25. Now if he scores this, will put them up to 24, which means they're still trailing this game by 4 points, and AIS will probably walk in with a 4-point lead if they don't score in this possession. And a full court press here at the final 11 seconds of the second quarter. Arnold Ben plays off the screen. Good double team of defense there. Yes, but the foul is drawn. So it's side ball. Oh, well, it's team fouls, which means he'll be on the charted strike. Lucky for AIS. Arnold Ben, he has one more chance. Misses the first one. One more up his sleeve to finish off the second quarter and walk in to halftime with a lead. Gets it in, so 29-24, which means they're still enjoying that 5-point lead. So AIS has done well to walk into lemons. And that's the final blow of the first half. 24-29. AIS leading this game quite comfortably with 5 points as we go into a 10-minute halftime break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the third place playoff of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017. Reminder, you can catch the live action of the final. They will take on Royal College.
And can the Tomians make an effort in the third quarter? And will the AIS manage to rule? Seems like the two supporting camps are still not sure.
Well, that's a score breakdown. Asian International School has scored 13 points this quarter, and S.Thomas have actually outsmarted them with 16 points. But the point is, the score that they scored in the first quarter is keeping Asian International School alive. The lead that they had in the first quarter is what's keeping Asian International School alive still. 16-8, and that's the key here, where Asian International School is still leading this game. So ladies and gentlemen, stay logged on ThePapare.com as we'll be back after a short commercial break when action restarts.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම papare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්.
ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට් බාස්කට්බෝල් අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බලනවා.
ෆන් and රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for
Welcome back on www.ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, as we are here ready to commence the action of the second half of the Papare Basketball Championship 2017 third place playoff. St. Thomas's College taking on AIS today, 24-29. AIS is enjoying a 5-point lead. A very comfortable, I should say. They managed to keep on the 5-point lead, even though AIS did cut back. So it'll be an interesting half to watch on how St. Thomas's will play to their strengths as to what their game plan will be. They didn't get on to the best at the start with the second quarter that they really made an impact to the game. They went on to make 16 points in reply to the 13 made by AIS. So that's where they are back here in the game. 24-29 the officials for today. Charta Dodangod and Ranil Fernando. That's the AIS team on your screen right now. The final team huddle just before the start of the second half. 24-29. A comfortable lead. For AIS. Referee Charta Dodangod with the ball to commence the action of the second half. Yasur Vimanta back to Shavan Pereira, the skipper. So the mix of players here is working for St. Thomas's. Aaron tries to go through the right side, back to Shavan from the perimeter of the ring. Rebound is good by AIS, and a beautiful pass for the fast break, and what a tap. Well, it's called a foul. Yes, it's a foul, but what a try by Kanishika Taparachi. He just couldn't get his hand to that ball. Unfortunate for him. Daniel David on the chatty strike, misses it. So 24-30, now a 6-point AIS lead. Shout out to our hydration partner Yeti Isotonic Drinks. Just had one during the halftime. Good stuff there by Yeti Isotonic Drinks. Thank you very much for partnering with us to escalate the Sri Lanka Schools basketball arena.
Five-point game here. Thomians will be focused on 6-point game rather, sorry. Thomians will be focused on playing as much basketball as they can in the AIS court. Trent charging through, brilliant turn. Attempts a shot, very good rebound by the Thomians. Shevan with a good pass, and Bevanka gets 2 points. So 26-30. 4-point game. Can the Thomians claw their way back into this game is the question. Not going to be easy with AIS getting to the ranks.
Arnold Brent with the ball here. Brain from the perimeter. Overpowered shot. Air balls it. Back to Shavan Pereira. Skipper for the Thomians. Looking for his option just outside the arc there. So it's a man-to-man D here by AIS. Back to Kataparachi, back to Pereira. Back to Bimanta. Bimanta drives through now, goes for his shot. Missed a little bit of power there, back to Aaron. Good pivoting. Off the board, misses it. So ball is still alive with St. Thomas's. One more chance. Airballs it this time. 5 chances, ladies and gentlemen. They missed it. 26-30 still. And the bounce pass is not good by Arnold Brent. So Kanishka Kataparachi sends it back to Aaron onto their front court. Devanka Gunawardena gets it in. Finally, 28-30. 2 points.
Game. So, well, there you go, and we are excited as well. Brilliant. See, it's 28-30. Anybody's game now. AIS must be feeling the heat. Trent from downtown, not lucky that time, and the rebound is good. Sivan Pereira, this is the intensity we were talking of during the first 2 quarters. We wanted to see this from Thomians, but seems like it was all in the plan.
Well, seems as it is. Back to Daniel David, goes for his shot. This time misses it. Haputantri with the rebound, gets it in. Gets a foul as well. Yes, it's an and one situation. 2 points in, which means 32-28, and he will have 1 shot on the charity strike. So important points for AIS. Turit Haputantri to make it a 3-point play here. Can he make it? Can he swish the nets off here? Oh, misses it. So it will remain as a 2-point play, but the rebound is good by the Thomians. Sivan Pereira brings jersey number 12, leading the Thomian side for the year 2017. Aaron. That's a foul.
Another foul by the AIS boys. Now the Thomians believe that they can get over this. Just a 3-point game here. Beg your pardon, 4 points separating the 2 teams. And now it's reduced to 2 points. Rush him back down are the Thomians. Trying to be organized in the defense. Take a look at that. That was the replay. Brent intercepted. Aaron. Brent managed to get a hand on it, but unfortunate there. Aaron should have gone for the shot instead of looking to pass.
You should have gone in and drawn the foul. That would have been key.
Absolutely.
And this is the pace that we were talking about for the Thomians. This is their natural game. They need to play this. Daniel David back to Brent, advancing onto the front court for AIS. Slowing things down for a set offensive play here. Trying to go off the screen, goes through the baseline, mid-range J. Rebound is good by Daniel David. Double D, wearing number 14 jersey, gets the points in. 30-34, increasing the lead back to 4 points with 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. So Sivan Pereira is calling for a screen or a set offensive play. Yes, he's calling for that screen, but before the screen came, he managed to pass it out. Aaron tries to penetrate, goes for the hook shot, rebounded by Arnold Ben, but the ball isn't good. Makes a mess of it. Joel Pereira with the ball for AIS, going through that fast break, stops and shoots from the elbow, gets it in. 2 more points, 30-36.
Lovely stuff by Joel. No Thomian defender, as you see on the replay, had the eyes on Pereira, giving him free space to attack. Now the Thomians giving away a 6-point lead to the boys from AIS.
Pereira with the ball, finds Devanka Gunawardena. From the elbow, misses it. Shot is good. Yes, Devanka makes a shot. 2 shots awarded for the charity strike. Devanka Gunawardena on the line. Misses the first one. Unfortunate, important points. He should convert these into points. 30-36. They are just trailing by 6 points, and they have only one more court remaining. So you need to make sure you get this right.
Yeah, skipper Trent driving forward. Now it's time for AIS to slow things down a little, because Thomians have gotten into a little bit of momentum. Brilliantly stolen, but not a very good pass. Sent to no man's land, giving AIS a chance to attack, and they make the Thomians pay. 38 points to 30. Another 8-point lead. Will this be too much for the Thomians to conquer? Bevanka looking for options. Kadabayara to the rescue. Tries to draw in the foul. Ambitious pass, which finds the hands of the AIS defender. Joel now serving the options. Abdul shoots from downtown. It's 2 points, and a timeout is called by the Thomian coach. Brilliantly done there by Joel Pereira. 40 points to 30, 10-point lead.
So it's a 10-point AIS lead here, 40-30. Coach Shriyanta Pereira, he won't be happy. And a quick reminder to all of you, you can purchase all the photographs and videos that are published on ThePapare.com. You have simply send us a request to info@thepapare.com or to sales@thepapare.com, or you can simply call us on our hotline 0777-839-829 or 0777-822-777.
Action set to restart third quarter. 3.5 minutes to go. And the Thomians trail by 10 points. AIS in the lead. We need a little more of that intensity that we saw from the Thomians, Lelum.
Indeed, Sudarshana. Taruka with the ball. Finds Pereira. 30-40 goes to Yasuru Bimanta. Doesn't get it through, airballs it. Oh, well, coach is not happy with the calls, but we all wish that we play the referee's role in every match. But, well, that's how it goes.
Yet again, Yasuru was also not agreeing with the referee. Trent Abdul. From downtown, not successful, hits the ring. Great speed shown. Chevan with the layup, not successful. Foul has been called. Traveling, says the referee. Traveling violation, so Thomians will have a crack.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 30-40. Still a 10-point lead for AIS. Yes, and it's a travelling violation called. So turnover position for the Thomians.
We've seen some scrappy play from both teams in the past minute or so, but a 10-point lead by AIS is frustrating the Thomians. Yasiru with a 3-point attempt, not successful. Trent now on the charge, a brilliant run. A good pass to Joel and no problem.
How that for a play? How that for a play? Arnold Brett advancing onto the front court and getting that pass to Joel Pereira. 30-42, ladies and gentlemen. AIS is cruising here. Siobhan Pereira now with the ball. Skipper, can he make a comeback? Open baseline, goes through. Gets a 2 points in. So Turit Habutantri is fouled. And it was a very smart move by Siobhan Pereira. He saw Turit, he knew that he was a big man and that he cannot move around. And that's exact play that Siobhan Pereira did. And there you go, Turit walking out. He's fouled out with 5 fouls. So slowly and steadily, St. Thomas's College are getting into executing their plan, fouling out of the key players and making sure they can make a comeback in the final quarter.
Absolutely, but Siobhan needs to make sure that this is... They capitalize on the chances that they get. Trent will make you pay, has been the story of the day. 2 more points, 44-32.
He's been the live wire, the lone warrior for AIS. Siobhan Pereira with the ball finds Aaron. Aaron pump fakes and goes for a little floater. Misses it this time. Daniel David. Arnold Brent, long cut out wide pass to Joel Pereira, 2 dribbles and for the shot, misses it. The left hand layup completely took it off. Satyanathan finds Brent, calls for a rotation. Joel from the perimeter, unfortunate, rebound is good. Dunal with the rebound for St. Thomas's College. That's Taruk advancing onto the front court. Siobhan open space, pump fakes. 2 steps in and he gets the jumper in. It's a good play there by St. Thomas's. 34-44, still a 10-point lead with the dying seconds in the third quarter.
Welcome points for St. Thomas's. Now they have another chance. Yet another foul. So the Thomians with the chance now in the opposition territory. And Yasiru gets into the scoring. 36-44, 8-point game. Trent with a comeback, but very good interception by Siobhan. Going in for the shot. He should have gone for that shot. Yes, he was focused on drawing that foul, Lelum, but rather than that, you get the foul and get the 2 points as well.
Which is the first one. Siobhan Pereira. Oh, 1 more under his sleeve in the charity stride.
(37-44). Things sorting up. AIS, they've lost a little bit of their rhythm. Thomians wanting to capitalize. Siobhan now driving forward. They'll get another foul. 2 shots offered. Siobhan, the skipper. Now he needs to take a minute and refocus on this game. 37-44. Everything to play for.
So the final little play here at the third quarter. Siobhan Pereira on the line. for 2 shots. Gets the first one in, important points. 38-44. Which is the second one, so the scoreline will be 44-38. And next up will be the final 600 seconds of this entire match, the final quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, stay logged on ThePapare.com. Well, that's a score breakdown at the end of the third quarter. So Asian International School has taken 1 more point up ahead. 15-14, they've outscored St. Thomas College in the third quarter as well. So 16-8, 13-16, 15-14 equals 44-38. Asian International School leading this game going into the final quarter.
Final quarter coming up in this third place playoff. Can you hear it for AIS? Need more instrumental AIS.
Varuna Lakmal, ladies and gentlemen, that was our photographer for the day. So 38-44, and the two teams are walking into the final quarter of this match. How interesting will it be? How interesting this squad is going to be. Can St. Thomas's finish this tournament on a high, being the defending champions, and finish it off in the third place? Or can AIS defeat St. Thomas's and repeat their performance in the group stages and clinch off the third place? So it's going to be a very interesting matchup here as we start the final quarter. Arnold Brent, ladies and gentlemen, with the ball goes from the perimeter of the rim, misses it. Taruka collects the rebound for St. Thomas's College, tries to go off his fast break, gets a foul. Shivan Pereira. Yasiru Bimanta collects the ball. Good D there by Satyanathan. Stolen by Joel Pereira. He's on the break. It's going to be a 3v2. Unfortunately, AIS misses that possession up. So Taruka with the ball here. It's a foul. A clear foul. Shaido Godangoda blows it well. Kanishika Tabiarachi is walking in, substituting. Taruka
has been one of those impressive players, impressive young players for the Tomians, showing some good quality all around the park. Tomians now becoming a little vocal.
.44, so a 4-point game here with 9 minutes remaining. How more exciting this game could be. Ladies and gentlemen, can St. Thomas's finish this tournament on high, or can AIS repeat the performance? AIS scores 46-40. Now it's a 6-point game. That's the replay. Beautiful mid-range there. Sivan Pereira misses it. Arnold Brent with the rebound, upping his pace. Beautiful pass to Daniel David, who brings full value to that shot. Look at the replay. Fake and pass on the move. Arnold Brent at his best. 40-48, an 8-point game. Aaron, good double team defense there by AIS. Good defense. Ball back on AIS. They're upping the game now. Goes through. Goes for his shot. Gets it in. Sublime form. And that's a timeout. That's what Arnold Brent can force to do.
And just like that, 40 points to 50. 10-point lead. Back in the bag. Tomians looked so close with just 4 points to go. And suddenly, AIS runs away with Brent with those electrifying breaks. And he knows when to fake, when to pass out the ball, making life difficult for the defenders.
I was having a chat to him just before the start of the game, and he was explaining how excited he was for this game. It's his last game in the school career, of course, so he'll be very excited, and he also might want to finish his game on a high, being the last game of his school career. I was having a chat, and that's what he told me just before the game. So he has been living up to his expectations. He's been performing well. He has led this team to a 10-point lead here with 8 minutes remaining, but you can't take anything out of the Tomians. They still have the power, energy and the talent to get back into this game by all means. They just need to play the same game they played in the third quarter and the second quarter. They need to keep attacking. They need to keep believing in everyone. Seven minutes remaining, 40-50. Game is still alive. Finds Bimanta inside the D, goes for his shot, misses it. Rebound is good from Bimanta, he pulls it back. But well, AIS is the lucky peeps to get it out. Arnold Brent. What a play there. Joel, unfortunately, he is to miss that. Beautiful fake and a beautiful pass. Arnold Brent will be very disappointed not finishing up that possession. But well, from the perimeter, yeah, ball sit this time. Yasuru Bimanta misses it. Devang Gunwardana with the rebound, finds Aaron. They have 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Goes for his layup, gets it in this time. So 2 points for St. Thomas's. 42-50 with 7 minutes remaining. They are cutting the lead back.
This game is going down to the wire. Final quarter now. Abdul from downtown, not successful. Shevan has been fouled by Joel Pereira. Tomian skipper driving the ball forward. Now to Aaron. Poor pass, intercepted by Arnold. Now with Pereira. Back to Arnold. They have options right underneath. David. That's a foul by the Tomians, so they will give away 2 shots. Eight-point game. Pereira taking the ball forward. Karabe Arachi, we haven't seen him with his 3-pointers. Stop and go. Bevanta, 2 points. Good on that occasion. The Tomian coach urging his defense to put their hands up. put in a good defensive performance. 6-point game. 6 minutes to go. Arnold with the ball. Joel. Now to Abdul. Back to Joel. Trying to go through. Good interception by the Tomians. Tomians guilty of giving away position now. Brilliant defense. Lovely stuff from the skipper Shevan. He'll take a lot of heart. Yasuri is open, but he opts to go for TPBC17. 3 points. Rebound, and that was not good again. TPBC17 lets it go out. Tomians showing some energy which they lacked in the opening halves. That's a timeout. They will take a breather.
So 44-50, a 6-point game here with 5 minutes remaining in this game. So yes, St. Thomas's have made a comeback. St. Thomas's are playing it. They just need 2 3-pointers if you count it, or just 2 2-pointers. They are back in the game. They've equalized it. They can go on to win this match. So it's all about how they're going to place themselves in this game after this little break. And ladies and gentlemen, a quick reminder, ThePapare.com is the official broadcasting partner for Sri Lanka for the FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup 2017, which is going to start on 27th October, happening all the way in Mongolia. And Sri Lanka team is also participating. Arnold Brent is a part of that. He'll be flying off the country tomorrow. Arnold Brent, Sudesh Paiva, Timothy Nitoshan and Clinton Tevakumar, the 4-man team for Sri Lanka in the boys category, together with Solanchi Gunovic, Kumaren Silva, Jananugi, Ransari and Imesh Otatsarani, the 4 ladies who are representing Sri Lanka in the FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup. You can catch all the action live on ThePapare.com. We are the official broadcasting partners for Sri Lanka. And the final of this all-important ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017 will be held on Friday. St. Joseph's College will take on Royal College Colombo here at Henry Pedwis Basketball Complex. As we are back here in action, 5 minutes remaining in a 6-point game. Tomians misses the first pass.
Very unfortunate there. It was a set move. Keep the clock ticking and go for that cutout pass. Arnold happy to take all the time he wants. Now with the layup. Draws the foul, no problem there. Two shots offered. Arnold will be hoping to make the Tomians pay. Brent with the first shot. No problems. Can increase their lead with another point. And does so. Back again, 8-point lead.
5 minutes on the clock. Shivan Pereira. Joel Pereira with the ball for AIS now. Finds Arnold Brent. Back to Satyanathan. Back to Brent here. Hand to hand. Ball is going through. Brent goes through. Gets a shot in. Very calm. Very calm. If you can look at the replay on how he played that. Very calmly executed by Brent. There you go. Very calmly executed. Beautifully done. Oh, beautiful pass there by Aaron to Devanka Gunwardena. Can Devanka bring full value? No. That is unfortunate. It was a good pass. He reached his full arm length and dropped the pass onto the other side. But Devanka unfortunately just couldn't carry it through. So 44-54 with 4 minutes remaining. The 10-point lead is back on AIS. Kanishka Katapiarachi goes through for a short layup. Missed it. Rebound is good for AIS. Daniel David to Joel Pereira. Good shot, but very unfortunate. He missed it out. Just had to reach a little far. Kanishka Tepaare with the ball. 3 minutes remaining. 44-54. 10-point lead. A good press of defense there. And a good breakthrough by Kanishka Tepaare. Finding that gap. That's the key. So 2 points added. It's 46-54. Now an 8-point game. Demagunwadana collects the ball. Back to Pereira. 3 minutes remaining. Anything can still happen. St. Thomas's College, they still have the time to get back into this game. That's a foul. That's a foul call. 46-54, 8-point game. As Dunal is already in the substitution chair to get back onto the court. Wonder who will be substituted. Well, is it a timeout called or what? Yes, so AIS, that has been the confusion. AIS has come up with their mark. They are on team fouls, 5 fouls. So yes, 2 shots awarded for St. Thomas's. Aaron misses the first one. You always don't get chances at the charity strike. At this point of the game, you need to make sure that you convert them.
They fail with the second charge as well as Brent tries to draw a foul, not successful there. Siobhan Pereira driving through and tries the layup, loses the ball in the process. Aaron now trying for a shot. Good tussle there for the ball. Siobhan Pereira coming away with it, but not successful with the possession of the ball. Clock is ticking for the Toomians. 8-point lead, just over 2 minutes to go. Trent Arnold very happy to keep the ball outside. 8 seconds. No problem. 2 more points, 10-point lead. Aaron trying to create something but lost the ball to Trent. Trent now to Abdul. Abdul scores. And the Toomians increase their lead. And that's a timeout. Possibly the final timeout of the game.
It'll be interesting advice given by Ajit Kurupu with 2 minutes remaining, and Sriant Pereira too, because they still do have the chance to come back. 58-46, ladies and gentlemen, reminding you about the finals of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017. We played on Friday at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. St. Joseph's College will take on Royal College. It's an interesting plot that has been laid out. St. Joseph's College emerged runners-up during the last year's championship, and Royal College emerged second runners-up, which means the second place and the third place winners of last year are battling out for the championship title this year, which is going to be a very interesting matchup to look at.
Both teams, they've done better from last year. It's whereas the Toomians will be quite disappointed. They finished as the top last year. They've ended up here. And by the looks of it, they're going to have to fight hard to make sure that it's a third place finish. Some ardent Toomian fans leaning on those ThePapare boards.
Well, indeed, St. Joseph College and Royal College, they've done well. Royal College are the champions of the National School Games 2017 as well, which ended a couple of weeks ago. So the final 2 minutes in action, 46-58. Who will win this game? Siobhan Pereira finds Kanishka Tepaare from downtown. In and out, no bit of frustration for a player when you see that. Bimanta goes in, goes good. 46-58, 48-58, beg your pardon, so the 10-point lead. Daniel David. Well, I did mention, Sudarshana, even though their plan was to come back in the fourth quarter, you need to be in close range with that lead. You can't let it slip away too much. And that's the exact point where Thomians are getting hurt at the moment. It's that 10-point lead that's been backing them down. How hard they play. Yasur Bimanta goes for a shot, gets it in, important points for St. Thomas's. That's a full court press now. 50-58. The long pass is good. Daniel David collects it cleanly. Finds Arnold Brent just outside the perimeter. Kanishka TPBC going up front to defend him. From the left side, Abdul goes for a shot. It's in. So these people are in form. They are just counting it through, keeping up the momentum. 50-60. The 10-point lead is back. We've been speaking about this 10-point lead so much. It's been haunting the Thomians. Kanishka TPBC back to Bimanta, the live wire for the last two positions. Misses it this time. Back with Abdul, finds Brent. Makes a mess of the ball, but manages to get it to Abdul. Back on him. Now he slows things down. He has time. 50-60. Arnold Brent, he has done well, very well, to lead this team up to this position. And with 36 seconds, Asian International School will write history for 2017. If St. Thomas's doesn't pull out a miracle here.
When you say a miracle, you're talking about an absolutely impossible one at that. 12 points with 28 seconds to go. Pretty much in the bag for AIS, and that's been the story. Shevan Pereira missing out the first free throw, and there goes second missed as well. Trent Arnold to Daniel. Daniel sends it out to Joel. Joel to Abdul. That's Yasuru's frustration. Clearly frustrated. He knows. Arnold seems to be having a little bit of trouble off your screen, and has made his school proud. Definitely a rising young star for Sri Lanka basketball. That is his last play for his college. Should be very proud. Abdul with 2 points. Not successful with the first one. 62 points to 50. AIS definitely going home, and the second one's good. So 63-50. AIS with last possession. Joel now to Abdul with a layup, passes it out. Now back to Daniel. Joel tries a three-pointer, not successful. Not that it would hurt AIS.
That marks the end, and AIS, they've let the defending champions go back to the fourth place as they will wrap things off, clinching the third place here. They've done really, really well. And Arnold Brent and the team should be definitely proud for their performance put up today in this third place playoff of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017. Well played, brilliantly played. And ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, Asian International School second runners-up for the year 2017. The ThePapare Basketball Championship 2017. Brilliantly well, led by Arnold Brent. They defeated St. Thomas's in the group stage. He just said in the interview that he will be defeating them again, and he has lived up to his word. He led his team very well, bravely led, and he has done really, really well to do and to clinch this third place trophy for AIS.
And how about the Domians?
What a game of basketball we have witnessed, ladies and gentlemen. Before we were wrapping up, we have to remind you, stay logged as we will be live with the presentation ceremony as well. And also, then the finals are happening on Friday, which is the 27th. Ladies and gentlemen, Royal College will take on St. Joseph's College, the second place and the third place winners of last year, battling out for the championship this year. So it will be a very interesting match. Do stay logged, and of course, make your way to Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. And witness, that's the the score breakdown: 16-8, 13-16, 15-14, 19-12. It was that lead that St. Thomas's giveaway haunted them back at the end, even though they tried to execute their plan. 63-50, ladies and gentlemen, a 13-point comfortable victory for AIS. They've been doing it absolutely well. Let's take a look at the highlights of the game just before we go to the presentation ceremony. That's it. That's how good they have been. St. Thomas's didn't get on to the start they wanted, but they did come back into the game, but unfortunately they messed up a little bit. But Arnold Brent has been the live wire together with his team. Joel Perra this time provided a lot of support, and he has to be committed too. And Arnold Brent, of course, we spoke a lot about him throughout the game, and indeed he deserves all the applause here for his play, carrying this AIS team from his shoulder and finishing up on the third spot. Ladies and gentlemen, stay logged on ThePapare.com as we'll be back with the presentation ceremony as it commences.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකයෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම papare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝර්ට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්.
ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝර්ට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්. බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා.
Fun and rally විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබටත් සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for England.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝර්ට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලන් කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි.
ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝර්ට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්. බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා.
ෆන් ඇන් රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world.
What's happening here? The chance for England.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව් නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්.
ඔව්. කවදාසම ස්පෝට් එක?
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට් බාස්කට්බෝල් අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බලනවා.
ෆන් and rally විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation party of the ThePapare Basketball Championship third place playoff, and it's my pleasure to invite these gentlemen to the presentation party. Mr. Budin Amar Singh, Tournament Secretary of the ThePapare Basketball 2017. Mr. Siad Suhail, Chief Manager, Content Services, Dialog Asiada PLC. And Mr. Lelum P. Mahakumara, Head of Basketball at ThePapare.com. First of all, let us congratulate the two teams that took part in this enthralling battle. It was a great game of basketball with AIS coming away as the victors. So big round of applause for S.Thomas, please. The third place medals for AIS will be presented by the tournament secretary, Mr. Budin Amar Singh. And if the players can come in the order that they are called, Brent Thevakumar, the skipper of AIS. Joel Pereira. Abdul Kaldeen. Sabesh Satyanathan. Turit Haputantri. Vidhan Chand. Daniel David. Imad Amanuk. Nelson Beek, Amir Jalil, and Asher Raskino. And to present the third place trophy, may I kindly invite Mr. Siaz Joher, Chief Manager Content Services, and the winners of the third place, AIS College. Brent, if you can come over quickly to have a quick chat with us. Brent, before the game started, you said that you beat them in the group games and you were confident of the victory. Lost out very closely, losing to Royal College in the semi-final. What are your thoughts on finishing the Papare Basketball Championship as the third place team?
Once the semi-finals was over, we started practicing for the Consolation finals because we came this far with a young team because they have 2 more years to play. So I didn't want them to lose. They have a good experience now. So we just wanted to finish this in style, and I'm done with my school career, so I'm happy with it.
You've been in the forefront of basketball in Sri Lanka, and this is the final game that you're playing for your school. What is the feeling? What is running through your head right now?
I'm really sad. I'm going to miss school. Miss school, my team, my coach, especially my coach. I'm going to miss them a lot, guys. I already miss them. Yeah.
And brilliant. Tomorrow you're going to travel to Mongolia for the 3-on-3. What thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have been practicing. That's the open men's tournament, so we are looking forward to get past the group stages, so we'll hope for the best. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining with us, and congratulations on the victory. So there you go, Brent Arnold speaking to us on his victory, AIS International, the champions of the third place. And don't forget, we have a thrilling final of the Papare Basketball Championship coming up on Friday. Royal College taking on St. Joseph's. Until we meet you on Friday. That's a wrap from ThePapare.com.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම papare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.